So, okay, here is the United States under Britain. So Britain had got all these 13 colonies strained. So in the 7 Years' War, Britain had won huge amounts of gains of land from the French. But the British proclaimed that Americans couldn't go into these territories. They had just won from the French. So now the British were demanding more taxes because, they were passing like the Tolerable Acts and the Tea Act, and these made the Americans unhappy. So, after a few trials and this colonization, America declared independence. Now, you might be thinking, why would America declare independence? They were so angry. So Britain first had Boston. So, but then Benedict Arnold was supposed to take Fort Ticonderoga. He took it, but he didn't get the credit. Now he had a lot of guns and a lot of cannon. So they bombarded Boston and they escaped to Canada. Boston included. So then Washington, the commander, was sent there to guard the troops. Well, the British were on Staten Island. I don't want to show British pictures. So then the British attacked and took all of New York and pushed to New Jersey and took Philadelphia. So much this is all British now. They went back to York. Okay, everything looks bad, but Saratoga convinced the French that the Americans could defeat them. Oh, also Bunker Hill happened, and yeah, the British won, but it was more casualties. So then the British were stalled in the north, so all their operation was in the south. So the British really they captured the South. That was really much of the economic wealth of the United States. So they took out Georgia, moved into the North Carolina, South Carolina, but then they were stalled by Nathaniel Greene, and they just kept small cities in the South, pretty much Savannah. The United States wanted the South, or these 13 colonies. So then, the Yorktown was the last one. After bombarding and many hours of sieging and other battle, Yorktown was finally taken. Britain finally agreed, or really much signed a peace Treaty of Paris, that the United States could finally be free. This was the first ever time a colony defeated the British. Okay? So then, the United States were setting up, court systems. So British had to cede everything. Well, not really everything. America would have to be Canada. They gained all of this from Britain, and yeah, that's a lot of land. So these were all territory of the new United States. So states were setting court systems to set up their, courts of democracy. So, okay. So they started building Washington, D.C., which is actually a district. So, okay, our first president was George Washington. If you can see right here, okay, George Washington. Sorry, my writing's horrible. So he was our first president. Wigged hair. Hurrah. So, okay, after this came John Adams and then other presidents. So George Washington was able to set up, democracy and all that. So the economy really much was growing as well. Then, after John Adams, Thomas Jefferson wanted to expand the United States because, hey, good expansion, right? So he sought the territory of Louisiana. That was huge, huge. He said to the French if he could have it. Oh, sorry. Oops. This might corrupt. He said to the French if they could have Louisiana in exchange for lots of money and, all that. The French were fighting the British, and they didn't want the British to have all the way to Louisiana, so they agreed. $15 million for all of Louisiana. This was being good. Good land expansion. So it's like we have now all the continental United States, but this is Louisiana, not Texas. So the U.S. also got Florida from Spain because it was too expensive. Oh, sorry. It was just too expensive. It's horrible. It was way too expensive. So they gave it to the United States. Now it seems there's a lot of Western opportunity because all this land. Then Spain. Oh yeah, all the state thing. I'll change that later. Then many other cities were starting to get developed. Become states. So, okay. Now Lewis and Clark explored the operation and explored the territory of Oregon. That was claimed by the natives there. It's much bigger, but whatever. So this was bringing the United States to the Pacific. So you're saying whatever, right? But if they could get this shining sea, that would be good. So they really much took Oregon, shared it with the British, because why not? So now Texas wanted to be independent. Sorry, this is such a bad drawing. Oh, I'll do it right here. Right here. Okay, there you go. Might be not like real Louisiana, but whatever. So, okay, Texas wanted to be independent and form their own kind of union. But after the Mexican-American War, that had many battles, and I don't want to talk about them because I'm not a battle history. The U.S. now had taken huge amounts of land area from Mexico. That's a horrible drawing. I ain't kidding. Mexico actually kept one thing that we had to buy. Get the Gadsden Purchase. Mexico still had this land left. That's a horrible drawing, but whatever. Still had that land left. So we just bought it from Mexico because that's our business, right? Am I right? Huh? So now you're probably like telling me like a Bill of Rights and all that, but really much this was the expansion of the United States, but whatever. So then we had Bill of Rights, freedom of speech, freedom of petition, and freedom of the law. The freedom of saying what you say. And we also had a colonial empire in Alaska, Hawaii, and other areas. We entered into World War I in 1917 that declared war on Germany. Okay. Japan bombed us in Pearl Harbor and other Pacific areas. 1941 and other areas near the day of 1941. We declared war on Japan. We occupied Japan. That means we're not making it a state hunt. No. Okay? It's 1947, I guess you could say. The United States had occupation zones near Austria and parts of Germany. There you go. Can you see that? Yeah. So, okay. I think its president maybe was George... Oh, no. Harry Truman. Harry Truman was keeping against communism because, communists are not liked in here. So, okay. After that, it's 1989. The Soviet Union is about to fall. They had to give back all their occupation zones in Europe back to Germany and Austria. And also something new. We have Ronald Reagan. Hurrah! So what else is left? So, well, after the Soviet Union fell, Russia and all these other states, the U.S. found itself the big and ever superpower it was. Russia was really much humiliated. So they thought you were going to have more occupations. No. So it's 2011. Russia trying to get back all her territories that they had lost in 1991. And Barack Obama starting to get elected in 2008. The election years. So then, after the 2008 election, we had Obama for some 8 years. Then comes the one that we all know today, Donald Trump. So Donald Trump wanted to build a wall here in Mexico so they can't pass. Well, there's more immigrants coming from Central and Southern America because there's like really no work there. So then, after laws and treaties and all that, the U.S., that is the history of the United States of America. 3, 2, 1. Bye.